Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, where today we are taking on a Gold Rathian. And you may notice I've got a different hammer than I've been using for like ever, because I realized that thanks to its 50% affinity, that whenever this thing's in Purple Sharp, it's doing more damage than my last hammer, and whenever it's not in Purple Sharp, it's only about, like, it's not far below. So basically, this hammer is better in a lot of cases. Plus, we get that nice little purple sharp going on. It's not as long as the white sharp on the other hammer was, so gonna have to sharpen a bit more often if I want to be keeping my damage up, but it'll still work okay. And apparently I interrupted her saying hello. Ow. That was a wide hitbox. Not quite close enough. Close enough this time, though. And already we've got a KO. I do want to see the face break, so even though it's not doing as much damage as it would if I was hitting the feet, hitting the face is still good until that point. But the face is broken now, so yeah. Thanks for just stripping away all that red health there, Tail. That's right, there was no item box, so we don't have first aid meds. Actually recording this in a separate session from that last episode. Apparently we managed to break her wing at some point. Also in the oh, I should have refilled my whetstones. Oh well, this should be enough. Well, we might just need to start sharpening only at blue, but we should be just fine. So this lady's much more likely to poison us than Rathalos is, but thankfully, she's also much less likely to spend time out of our reach. And ooh, this is... Thank you, cat. You're a lifesaver. Might not have ended up dead, but certainly would have been close to it if the cat hadn't just used the antidote horn. Yeah, she's less likely to spend time in the air, which means she's more likely to spend time where we can hit her. So that'll definitely help us out. And I also got myself ready for the next quest we're going to have to do, the Shen Gauren. Because it's been too long just me using the Blangonga gear whenever I have to fight it. Because I'd really like to be able to have damage boosting skills and not just tremor res. So I went and made a bunch of gems with which I can get myself tremor res on this armor set. Admittedly, I won't have all of the damage skills, but I'll have a lot of them and I'll have tremor res. And I just got bit. Yeah, like I'll still have my sharp +1 and like attack up small or something. So it'll be better than just having snow res. Love getting that crit on the golf swing. I also really like when she does that set of 3 fireballs because I can easily just do the 3-hit combo during it. It's very nice that when she does her 3-hit combo, I get to do mine. Turn this way and fireball. That is not a fireball. Ow. There was no way I could have gotten out of the way of that one. That is for certain. Oh, I don't have any antidotes, do I? Well, my cat does, so maybe when it gets back. Lady, come on. Just wearing my stamina down. Ow. Nice thing about quests here is we can gather those scales, get free points. I definitely enjoy that idea. My farm's looking pretty good these days, but it could always be better. That was a large amount of crits right there. Thank goodness she doesn't do fireballs with her back hops. Okay, you can flap up, I guess. I guess if there was somewhere she could have left to, she would have just done so. Ow. Well then. And that's death. That was a pretty unpleasant sequence of events. And she's a pretty dull yellow in this game. Nowhere near as resplendent as the ones in P3rd. And not quite as golden as the ones in games after that. And there goes the other wing. So that's all the breaks we can get. Ow. That tail, though. Its hitbox is rather wide. Certainly much wider than the tail itself. And it really doesn't help when I just sit right in front of it like that. Ooh. That could have been another death right there. So could that, but thankfully I was just a little bit out of the way. Ow. Surprisingly, ow. Looks like her raging dash does about as much as a tail flip. And of course the fireballs are nasty as well. No fire blight though, so that's a plus. I just said those words. Been a while since I've used those. This touchscreen sometimes causes problems. trying to move and accidentally hit the thing on the outer edge of my little analog that ends up paging through menus. That's something that can't be done without a touchscreen. You can't be trying to hit right on the analog and accidentally hit right on the D-pad. You can do those triple fireballs all you want, lady. Especially when I'm next to your feet and not next to your face. I feel like I do have to qualify my statement. No, that one missed. I'll take it. It may be a little early, but I feel like it might also be time. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on down. And she's going to fireball my dead cat. Yeah, not time yet. Oh well, lost my chance to capture her. There are worse things than failing to capture a Rathian. Was that like an almost one step of limping that she just did? Always nice to get the knockdown with the last hit. Oh. That was close. Lady, I was behind where your head was gonna go. That was not the right time for you to use a fireball. Then again, with the hitboxes in this game, it might have still hit anyway. And there we go. Certainly easier than the Silver Rathalos, mainly because you can just hit her more often. So why is it that Silver Rathlos gets his name abbreviated, whereas Gold Rathian is still a whole Rathian? There's a lot of inconsistencies with what gets abbreviated and what doesn't in this game. But let's go get ourselves some Decayed Scales for the points. That's not a Decayed Scale. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Decayed Durgan Skulls. That's why I didn't get it, is because I asked for the wrong thing. I got a Burnstem. And with that, we are but one quest away from unlocking our next village urgent, which I believe is the final one. At least the final one that isn't like the reward for having done literally every other village quest. So that'll be interesting. Fighting a giant crab next week. But that's it for this episode. Join us next time for that giant crab. See you then, friends.